Alright, today we're going to talk about positive fun. It says in Proverbs 17:22, a merry heart doth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dresseth the bones. Proverbs 17:23, a wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to prevent the ways of judgment. Now, God and Jesus has already said when we were, and this is truth, God and Jesus already said that what God and Jesus are going to do is they're going to take and give us an activity to do. And it's going to be in His name, it's going to be in God and Jesus' name, and it's going to be fun. Like this weekend was Peaches to Beaches. And my mom, my wife went to Peaches to Beaches, and while we were there, we enjoyed ourselves. Now you might say, what's the catch? What's the catch? Catch is, God and Jesus deemed that as Christian fun because all you did was you went down a road to multiple counties in this state, and you went to sales along the route, and you stop and you see if they had something you needed or wanted, and then while you were there, you got it. That was all you did. See, that can't be wrong. But see, now, the only wrong you get in this stuff, the only wrong you can get out of it is the haggling. The way that these people do it, sometimes they don't seem to want to do it right. Some people come up with a deal where it's too much money for you to spend, or it's a little much. And I was originally supposed to take one of those bags you wear around your waist, but I couldn't do it because I couldn't find one I had. So while we were there, I seen one. I brought it up, and we decided that if I wanted it, go ahead and get it. The guy didn't pay me but like 50 cents for it. Now, see, he could have charged more if he wanted to, but he was a fair man. He was an honest man, and I could tell. I could tell. They also had lemonade there, and they also had sweet tea. But they didn't charge much for that either. I mean, they were doing a lot of your fair business people. It ain't about the money as much as it is the heart and the soul of the whole thing. But see, that's the thing. Nobody wants to go in that direction. They want to say, no, thank you. We're not going there. God and Jesus say, do that. Go there. Be that guy. Be that one that will do the job like the Samaritan did. The Samaritan was like this. He had all that money in the world, the good Samaritan. He could have just walked away, could have just never done nothing for that other man. But that wasn't to do with all that. It was to do with, he's doing a good deed, and he loves his fellow man, and he wants to do for him. Yes, I'm taking my daily dose of medicine that I have to take every day. Vitamins and doctor-prescribed medicines. But the point I'm making here is, when you are dealing with a man that knows the truth about right from wrong and does right, he doesn't, if he's a Christian man, he doesn't care about money. He doesn't care about prestige. He doesn't care about nothing, but he cares about doing for that other man because that other man needs his help. And see, that's the thing we go through every day of our lives. And you guys out there, y'all sit there and will be scared to do something. I can't always give you what you think I owe you, but what I can give you is stuff that God and Jesus already said I should have gave you a long time ago. I should have forked it over, should have handed it over, but I didn't because at the time I didn't know what to do for others. There was a time period when I didn't know that if you're a broke man, you can give a prayer donation to somebody and pray for their problem to get straightened out. Now, I didn't know that. So I'm going around thinking, I got to do this, I got to do that. And to kind of find out, no, I didn't. All you got to do is pray for these people. And once you pray, you really set your sights on praying, you will see yourself in a better lifestyle, better frame of mind, better everything. See, Dr. God and Jesus give us prescriptions on how to pray, how to live our lives in a certain manner to make our health better through spirituality, through Christianity. And if we do what they're telling us to do daily, we'll see all that. Let's see. A lot of people don't see all that. They don't see it that way because they don't want to see it that way. But a lot of y'all saw the light. Y'all saw the light a long time ago. Excuse me for the pause. I was taking the medicine, but y'all saw the light. And that light was good, but y'all didn't want to take time to keep seeing that light. Y'all saw where God and Jesus was telling y'all daily about the good news, about the good word. And y'all said, no, I know a guy now runs from God and Jesus because he's too scared to open his heart, open his mind up to God and Jesus, because he knows if he does, he's going to end up scared. Scared that he's going to, I believe he's scared he's going to get looked at dangerously, dirty, ugly, mean. But the thing is, God don't judge you like that. Jesus don't judge you like that. They say, if you want to do right, and you will see right. But there's no need in saying, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, this way, that way. You told the world you loved the world. You told the world it was your world. You told the world, this is my world and I'm living it. And I'm saying, that is your world, and yes, you are living it. But do you want to live it normally? Or do you want to live it where you're sitting there acting like, I'm scared to do anything because the man that I just told the honest truth to might get mad at me? Did you tell him that God and Jesus plus you equals heaven if you follow their rules? If you said that and he didn't like what you said when you were trying to be serious about how to get to heaven, what to do and all that, it's not your fault. You did what you had to do. That guy didn't want to hear you because he was probably too addicted to the lifestyle he had. He didn't know about fun in the name of God and Jesus. Getting out there with your family and friends, doing things that would have made God and Jesus happy that you did them. But they don't want to hear all that. They want to hear, it's all gloom and doom, it's all bad, it's all sad. You say that now, and you see where you get when you're not there around these people. When these people are sitting there crying their eyeballs out because you basically told them something they didn't want to hear. I mean, yeah, I love y'all and all, but some of y'all have gotten it all backwards. Y'all got it all wrong. Wake up, guys. Listen to what God and Jesus is saying. Because I've seen them say things you wouldn't believe. There's a lot of y'all out there that really believe that God and Jesus is going to sit there and misjudge you because you didn't sit there and tell them something they want to hear. Or they said something, but they didn't say it a certain way. There's always going to be times in your life where you'll think you're doing wrong when you're not. Wake up, people. Wise up. Smart up. Realize when we do what we're supposed to do. I remember one time in my past, in a past relationship I had, we went over, you know how a lot of train tracks are disappearing these days because a lot of people don't need them no more. And there's some train tracks still there for the trains. Well, there was a road that kind of went up and over a hill and goes, it's like go up one side, down the other side, but on the top of it was where a train track used to be. Well, I went up talking about wee, like we do when we're adults trying to, I guess, have our little wee moments. And then they said, well, if that's what you think is fun, you had a dull life or something like that. What kind of life did you have? Did you have better life than I did? I don't think so. In other words, if you ain't had no better life than I had, how are you going to sit there and tell me what kind of life I'm living now? What kind of life I should be living now? In other words, God and Jesus said, the life you deserve to have is the life you know about that you're supposed to have. Not this mess about, well, let somebody else tell you what life to have. That life is full of fun in the name of God and Jesus. God and Jesus joke. God and Jesus laugh. God and Jesus have fun. If you go to a church service and you sat there and said, man, this was fun today. That's fun with God and Jesus. If you found a miracle that made you laugh, you said, this could only happen by you, God and Jesus. I had never thought about that. That's fun with God and Jesus. That's humor. Miracles can be humorous because God and Jesus show us that We didn't know that was going to happen. And when it happened, we didn't know, well, that's cool, man. Didn't know that could happen. But we don't sit there and joke around in a negative manner. We joke around in a positive manner. And we say, hey, man, did you notice that over there? Yeah. Let me tell you something. How'd that happen? Don't just say it just happened. It happened because of God and Jesus. And they say, you're right. Like, I know I'm right because I've been here how many years on earth? And they say, so what you saying, man? You know more about some things than I do. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm just saying when it comes to Christianity, I might know something you don't know that I wish you did know. But anyhow, that's not the whole point. The whole point is sometimes people know stuff and you know stuff and we all know stuff, but we don't act like it. We don't act like what we know. I know if I put my trust in God and Jesus, I put my hope and faith in God and Jesus, I know that when I walk out this door, if I have me some fun, it's not going to get me in trouble. It's not going to get me in jail. It's not going to make me go haywire or nothing. It's going to make me come back telling people, I just had a good old time that day with God and Jesus. And sometimes I have had my moments when I went down a dirt road. And I just spent time with God and Jesus because I felt like it. People say that's crazy, but it's not, because if you think about it, it's not crazy, because when you do what you're supposed to, you find out where your fun is. You find out where your life is, where your heart is. True heart lies within you and God and Jesus working together. Finding out where all the real stuff is. You find the good deals with God and Jesus financially, spiritually. You find out you've got things in life that you didn't cost you hardly nothing. But, hey, I have fun with it. Why? Because I let somebody talk me into something positive. I let a positive man talk me into something positive because I got in with God and Jesus. Hey, dude, I got this here cross. Only cost you $1. I said, sir, let me ask you a question before I decide on this deal. You're a Christian, right? He said, yep. He said, you sell Christian items, right? Yep. He said, I knew this because you were a fair man. You got a cross. You could have charged me a lot of money for it, but you decided $1. And the guy's like, booyah, got your point there. And you got my point, meaning he got my point and I got his point and we made a deal. See, I'm not saying that literally happened. It didn't. What I'm saying is a fair person does it right. And I had fun. You had fun with that deal. But a lot of people don't see it that way. But anyway, I thought let y'all know how I felt about this stuff. Because it just lets you know. See, I felt I should let you know this stuff because you know this is me telling you that God, Jesus is what they say they are. It's like this. Proverbs 17:24. Wisdom is before him that has understanding, but the eyes of a fool are in the ends of earth. Like wisdom. We got wisdom to know if I go up there, go to this event, God's going to be there, Jesus going to be there, so I should go too. Then you go, then you find out, have fun, because I did something there that I should have done a long time ago. Yep, you did. But see, a lot of people don't do that stuff because they don't want to, because they don't think about it, and they don't care about it. That's just how it goes at times. Sometimes people just don't think about it like that. But it does happen. You know? Just saying. But I had a good time. But we'll let you go for now, and then we'll come back later.